Why am I doing this? Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel. And also, welcome to people on Twitch. I'm not sure if this is working on Twitch. So, hopefully, if it is working, then hopefully people will obviously watch and obviously people will comment as well. But yes, we are here. It is time for the annual predicting of the Championship, the most hardest league to predict. I think you can probably predict from like February onwards to see what happens. But I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm doing more and more of these prediction shows as well. So yeah, look, Championship, we're back. Yeah, last season was very interesting, wasn't it? Obviously, Leeds, Burnley going up, and then Sunderland of all teams going up after Sheffield United. Absolutely amazing. So, look, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this now. I think it's going to be fascinating. Absolutely fascinating to predict this. Now, I will let you guys know that my knowledge of the Championship is good-ish. I have obviously been like watching a lot of Championship recently. So, yeah, look, I'm going to be very honest with people here. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. But say hello in the chat. Say hello in the chat. And as I said, please come over to YouTube, or if you are on Twitch, then please do say hello on Twitch. I can see a couple of you are in here already. Nathan is in. Hello, Nathan. Hope you are well. Best league in the world is back. A lot of people say it's the best league in the world, don't they? A lot of people do say that as well. It is working on Twitch. Hello, Batteries. Nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. Nice to see you in the chat. Stephen Jura says, hello, how am I doing tonight? I'm not doing too badly, my friend. Not doing too badly. Hello to John Conway as well. I can't believe we're not in this tan out. Yeah, let's just say that yeah, good luck. Good luck tomorrow. Because I know you're a 12:30 kickoff tomorrow. So yeah, good luck. Right, let's get things cracking, shall we? And Rennie is also in. Hello, Rennie. How are you? Hope you are well, and good to see you in the chat, my friend. I'm not doing too badly. Right, we're going to do this from 24th to 1st, as always. We always do this. I don't know why I put myself through this every single time, but look, this is only my opinion. This is only my opinion how I think the table will go, and I'm sure you will all be happy to see this. And hello to Shane O'Donnell as well. Hope you are well. Hope you are good as well. Right, let's go for this. Finishing rock bottom, and I don't think this will come as a surprise to anybody. I'm going 24th place, Sheffield Wednesday. What an absolute mess that club is in right now. First things first, Danny Rowell has left. I am not surprised by that in the slightest. There was rumours apparently potentially of him going back to sort of Germany to manage. There was rumours about potentially him going to manage in the Bundesliga. There was obviously rumours about him potentially going to Leicester, maybe Southampton. What has happened? He's basically left. He left a couple of days during pre-season, which I think in a way is disappointing in a way, but I think if you look at it, he's kind of walked away with a bit of like self belief that he knew he could do better at a different club. Sheffield Wednesday are in a mess. Look, I feel sorry for them. Chanziri is clearly an owner who just needs to leave. I mean, there's a fair few owners at certain football clubs that I think that should leave. He is one of them. He has honestly done so much bad for Sheffield Wednesday. They might not be able to fill their whole fixture list, which is absolutely really bad. They postponed a friendly against a friendly against Burnley tomorrow. Honestly, I think Sheffield Wednesday are in big trouble, and they're in big financial trouble as well. So the sooner Tranziri gets out of Sheffield Wednesday, the better. And I feel sorry for the fans. I really, really do. Some big players have obviously gone. Gassima has obviously gone to Rangers. You've obviously got Josh Windass as well going to Wrexham as well. This club is in a mess, and I would not. And now they've got a transfer embargo for 3 seasons as well. Honestly, this is going to be a struggle for them, and they've only got, if memory serves me correctly, 14 players on the go right now, potentially for the first game of the season. They need to get their act quick. They need to get their act together quick, or honestly, they will be cut adrift at the bottom of the league. So yeah, Sheffield Wednesday 24th. Let me know what you guys are saying. Let me know what you guys are saying. Let me get Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Absolute mess. Nozdashin. It is 3-0 so easily. Leicester first game. You might not even have a first game, Rennie, to be honest with you. You might not even have a first game. That's how serious this actually is with Sheffield Wednesday. Really serious. Really serious. Shane O'Donnell says, I hear they only have 14 players in the club. Yeah, they do. They do. Honestly, they need to get their act together. Feel for Wednesday badly. The fact that the EFL has not stepped in here against Chanzeri, Tan, and Jason Whittington and Morecambe is an absolute disgrace. Nothing will change without new legislation. 100%. 100%. Shane O'Donnell agrees. Wednesday 24, please. There are rumours that it may be a 3-0 forfeit against Leicester next week with players on strike. Would not surprise me. So yeah, I think Sheffield Wednesday are I think it's the term destined to go down. I think is quite safe to say here. I think they will go down. And I think if they do go down, I think it will help them get rid of Chanziri, definitely. Not being able to pay players, it's an absolute mess at Sheffield Wednesday. So, yeah, 24th place I got Sheffield Wednesday, and I would not be surprised if a lot of people actually have Sheffield Wednesday bottom. Would not surprise me in the slightest. Sheffield Wednesday fans, I feel for you. I hope you get rid of this madman at Wednesday. I honestly do, but yeah, you're going down. I'm sorry to say. 24th, Sheffield Wednesday. 23rd, I'm going Hull City. Another team that is an absolute mess. One thing I can say about Hull, last season did not make any sense when they brought in Tim Volter. I never understood that in the slightest. He was obviously gone pretty quickly. Didn't go very, very well for him there. Then they bring in Ruben Sellers, who I thought did a good job at Hull. I thought he did a really, really good job at Hull. But now I look at it, he should never have been sacked. And I think as well, Hull have been kind of perishing in and around the relegation. They almost went down last season. I think people need to remember that. They nearly went down that last season. And I just have a feeling that the trap door is opening for them. And I think it could be this season. I do think it could be this season. They brought in that Sergei Yazirovich, I think that's how you say it. Another unknown manager who probably doesn't know this league, probably doesn't know English football as well. So look, I'm going to say it. I think Hull City could be one of the big ones to go down. I really, really have a feeling that this could be the season that they go down. And again, it could be a blessing in disguise if they went down. To be honest, I think it would be a blessing in disguise if they went down. I'm not confident with Hull at all. Not confident with them at all, and I think some of the signings that they've made have, make perfect sense potentially for next season as well. But for me, I think Hull City, I think this could be the season they go down. I really, really do. So 23rd Hull City. Let me know your thoughts in the comments for that. Lucasen, Ipswich will win the league. according to you, Luca. We'll see what happens. Rennie says, I feel so bad for Wednesday and the fans, though. Rennie, hi. Sheffield Wednesday relegated. How are you, Luca? I think Rennie and Luca are having a wee chinwag. Good. Hull will go down. Rennie says 23rd Hull. Stephen Dure says Hull will go down. My goodness, seems to be a lot. 23rd Preston says Shane O'Donnell. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Tim Volter was a fraud. Why get rid of Sellers, though, and regress even further? Also, one window embargo for overspending under Rosinha. Yeah. So that could be the difference. That could be well be the difference as well. Lucas says Hull will go to League One. 22nd Preston North End. I will get to that very, very shortly. Reese Gaming Channel. Hello, Reese. Haven't seen you for ages, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Luca, my knowledge of League One and League Two is basically like my knowledge of the Danish league or something like that. So to answer your question, no. I do watch a bit of the Championship, and I do watch a lot of obviously the Premier League and obviously the Scottish Premiership. But yeah, I would not be confident to do League One and League Two. I can safely say that now. So yeah, definitely not. No, don't worry. No need to apologise. Not at all. And obviously, good luck to MK Dons as well. I know Luton are playing AFC Wimbledon tonight as well. So yeah, it's quite strange actually that the Championship starts next week, and then you've obviously got League One and League Two starting this weekend. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. Right. So 23rd Hull City. The third team to go down. Now, this could have been a pick of about 4 or 5 teams. But they were lucky to stay up last season. And I have this horrible, horrible feeling. We all say that Preston North End are one of these teams that just has a moment of like to maybe try and get into the playoffs, trying to get into that, automatic promotion. But they almost went down last season. I think this season they could go down. Nothing to say about Paul Heckingbottom. Paul Heckingbottom obviously knows this league, but there were times last season where I thought Preston don't look great. And obviously they've got the Bosnian striker who, off the top of my head, Osmajevic, who probably was lucky that he didn't get much more longer of a ban than he actually did for that biting incident last season. I think that was in the FA Cup, actually, if I seem to remember. But yeah, Preston for me, I'm a bit worried for Preston, if I'm being honest. I think it's one of them that you'd have to say that for me, I don't think Ryan Lowe should have gone when he did. I think that was just crazy on Preston's part, because I actually thought Ryan Lowe did a very, very good job at Preston. I thought he steadied the ship and almost got them into the playoff reckoning, but just wasn't to be. And then last season, Paul Heckingbottom comes in. Look, they've lost Freddie Woodman. They've lost their number one goalkeeper to Liverpool for him to go to play third choice. So yeah, I'm not sure about Preston. As I said, I was toying between themselves and the next team that I put in 21st. But yeah, got a feeling that we might see 2 teams that potentially go down. Sorry, 3 teams. Sorry, 3 teams that have been in the Championship for a long, long time go down this season. So yeah, there is your spoiler. None of the 3 promoted teams, I think, go down this season. There you go. So my relegation, 24th Sheffield Wednesday, 23rd Hull City, and then 22nd Preston North End. So let me know what you guys are saying in the comments. Big up, bro. Look at Talks Dons. I know more about Ireland than like 1 or 2, mate. And we're playing in 15 hours. Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, James. Hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Shane says Hull City. So we're on the same wavelength, but different positions. Different positions. Spoiler for my predictions: we have the same bottom three. Great minds think alike. Wow, that is music to my ears, Nathan. Music to my ears. So we can both say that we're, yeah. See what happens. See what happens. Also, Heckingbottom first sacking. I'm not sure. Possibly the hall manager, maybe. If it goes all pear shaped for him potentially, you just don't know. You just don't know. I definitely agree with Hull and Sheffield Wednesday to go down. Preston is a shout, but I think the battle to avoid the final relegation place could go down to the wire. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, James. I think there's a few teams in this league where you can look at and say, yeah, they might go down or they might be, struggling. For sure. So yeah, it could be very, very interesting. League Two not good. Rennie says 21st Derby. Well, so yeah, as I said, there's my spoiler. The three teams that came up will be staying up. And as I said, I was toying between this 22nd and the 21st team. I'm going for Charlton Athletic. Now, congratulations to Charlton for coming back up. It's great to see them back. Nathan Jones is an absolute character. I remember him at Luton and I remember him at Southampton, and he does say the most outlandish things. But what I will say is that he knows how to get a team playing. He knows how to get a team playing. I think with the likes of Matt Godden there, I think he's going to be a really, really good player in the Championship the next season. And you know what? Charlton need to make the Valley a bit of a fortress. Away from home, not quite so sure how they'll do. But if they make the Valley a fortress, then it'll be very, very good to see. They did really well last season to come up. I think I think it was probably about time that they came up. If I'm being honest, they were languishing in League One for a while, and it does feel like that it's probably good to see them back. Probably really, really good to see them. Good to see them back. And look, I think they'll do okay. I think they'll do fine. I do think they will be in a relegation battle, but what I just think from watching them last season is that never say die attitude with Nathan Jones, and I do think that he will keep them up. I do think he will keep them up. Look, I could be completely wrong, and Charlton could easily end up 22nd or 23rd, but no, look, I think Charlton have got some very, very good players on their books. And as well, one of the goalkeepers to look out for, Thomas Kaminski, is at Charlton as well. So they've managed to get him from Luton, which is really, really good as well. So and he's a goalkeeper that will definitely try and play in between six for sure. So yeah, 21st Charlton. Let me know your 21st. I know Rennie said Derby County, which is quite interesting to say the very, very least. But yeah, I'm going Charlton. Pezzolano could be a shout for first one. I'm sure we will have a laugh at them later. Yeah, we will as well. I'm not going to read that. Shane says 21st Stoke City. Interesting. Nice to see Charlton back in the Championship. They've really got to make the Valley a fortress that could save them this season. Yeah, 100%, James. 100%. Nathan Jones does better with a rebuild than in the deep end takeover. Only reason he is there is a new contract with the promise of backing. Yeah, great to see them back. It really, really is. Rennie's going Charlton for 20th. My 20th place is Oxford United. A team that I think many people, including myself, had to finish rock bottom last season. How wrong we were. I actually thought Oxford played some really nice football last season. And with Cameron Brannigan in the heart of that midfield, he was a pick of the bunch. Obviously, they got rid of Des Buckingham last season, which I never understood. I never understood why they got rid of him. Yes, they were obviously in a bit of struggle as well, but I think when you look at Oxford, under Gary Rowett, I think they'll go from strength to strength. Yes, they might be in a potential, relegation battle again, but Gary Rowett knows this league. He knows this league. He knows how to get the best out of a team. And for me, I just think Oxford survive comfortably. I just have a feeling that they will survive. And look, it's great to see them, staying up last season, which was really good to see. And I do think they'll stay up again. I do think that they will stay in the division for another season at least. And it's all about progression with Oxford, isn't it? All about with progression for Oxford, and obviously one of the players to look out for me, Kyron Brown last season. He was really good for Oxford. So yeah, going on Oxford United 20th. I do think that they will be in or thereabouts between sort of the relegation three, but I do think that they will just have about enough to survive. I do think that they will have enough to survive. So my 20th is Oxford. Let me know your 20th place in the comments section down below. Rennie says 20th Charlton. Rennie says 19th Oxford, so we're still on the same wavelength. Gary Rowett, solid manager. If they can fix the defence, there will be more than safe. Great squad. Yeah, definitely. Appointing Gary Rowett was a no-brainer. I think they'll have enough to survive. Yeah, I think they will as well. I think they will as well. So, 19th place. Now, I think people could probably guess who I'm going to pick here. Probably one of the most predictable teams in Championship history. Ever since they came down from the Premier League, their positions have been the following: 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 18th, 17th, 18th. Yeah. 19th, Stoke City. I thought when Stoke appointed Mark Robbins, I thought this is a very good appointment. Very, very good appointment. But when I look at their squad, it's not the best, is it? It's not the best. And I think Steven Schumacher was a big gamble that didn't work out, unfortunately. And I think when you look at Stoke, they're just that predictable side that just go from you could just predict where they finish. And the thing was last season. I think many people predicted them to be sort of in and around sort of 20th to 15th. And look, I think the one thing you can say about Stoke is that they are a team that has been in the Championship probably for a long, long time, and the problem is they just haven't really progressed. They are always in amongst the middle of the pack, and it's usually below the bottom, near the bottom, isn't it? So I'm just not sure with Stoke. Really, I'm not. I thought Mark Robbins would have obviously got them a lot higher. Maybe people might say that Stoke might be a team to potentially do better, but until they start showing on the pitch, then they're gonna be very, very difficult to to predict. But yeah, for me, 19th again, Stoke City. I think I've predicted them to be in and around 19th or 18th in this last couple of seasons, and unfortunately, it's just too predictable for Stoke, and they need to change something. They need to change something quick. So yeah, for me, Stoke City 19th. Let me know your 19th in the comments. General Donald says Charlton 20th. I'm glad Ward and Cody are gone round my club. We will get to Mr. Reynolds and McElhenney very soon. Finally, Stoke, no top 10 finishes in 8 years. That's depressing. Always rinse and repeat. Solid signings, they flop. Relegation battle, sack manager, and repeat. Yeah, they certainly are. James says Mark Robbins is the right man for Stoke, but they really need to get that squad sorted out, which will take some time. But as we know, there's not enough time in football these days. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Shane says Oxford City. I think Oxford City are in the National League. I know who you mean. Oxford United, obviously. I'll be as well. Geordie's in. Hello, Geordie. Hope you're well. I hope you're not going to be too nasty to me. Obviously, what's happening with Isaac. But again, that's for another video. That's for another video as well. Stoke has potential, says Sebastian. They have potential, but they need to start showing on the pitch. They do need to start showing on the pitch. I'm good, mate. How are you? Hope you're good. Excuse me. Rennie says Stoke City 18th. So, again, on the same wavelength. Again, on the same wavelength. I guess Stoke would finish just above the relegation zone, says Geordie. Yeah, I think so as well. 18th QPR. Again, another team where it just hasn't happened for them, has it? It's not really happened for them in the championship. Sort of gone are the days when they had that backing from sort of Tony Fernandez. That's long gone. Marty Cifuentes is obviously gone now as well. Again, I think they're a team that are definitely in the middle of the pack. But it's just a case of whether they're sort of going down, or whether they try to go up. And I think they're in the middle there. So they might do well, which say you might potentially get them to finish sort of 14th, 15th, 16th. Or they may be a side that actually gets dragged into this. I hope they don't, because obviously QPR are a very, very good side. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it under at this moment in time. And QPR are a very, very different side when they play at home. They're definitely better when they are at home. Away, they can be very, very hot and cold, let's just say. But yeah, I'm not regretting this prediction, because I do think that they may have a better season than many people are predicting. But yeah, I'm going to go 18th QPR. Another team that just seems to be languishing in the championship. Just seems to just be not happening for QPR either. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, for me, I'm going to go QPR 18th for that. Geordie says 19th will be Charlton. 17th QPR. I like how we're going on the same wavelength, Rennie. It's nice to see. Shane, I knew we would agree on something. 18th QPR. Yeah, mate. QPR has been stuck. They aren't progressing. Neither regressing. They're a weird team. They're a very, very weird team. QPR will be in the Premier League in the next 5 years for me. The new Indian owners and rebuild will be scary in a few years when they sort it out. Yeah, they probably will be. Chelsea fans want them more, I guess. In the Prem, yeah. The QPR away end is like watching football in a fully elevated cherry picker with restricted views. To be fair, I've not been to the. I know it's called Loftus Road, but I know it's not called that now. It's something Principality Stadium or something. Yeah, I think it's interesting to say that. It is very, very interesting to say that. Right, so 18th QPR, 17th, and I do think that this next pile of teams that I have predicted is it's difficult to say. It really, really is difficult to say. But I've gone 17th, Watford. Now this. When are we ever going to say about Watford and sacking managers? Because yet again, they got rid of Tom Cleverley last season. Now, for me, I don't know if anyone else agrees with me. Tom Cleverley did a good job last season, in my opinion. I think he did a really good job for Watford. And I feel bad in saying this, but this new guy that's came in, Pezzolano or whatever his name is, I will give him. Sorry, Watford fans, if you're obviously watching this, but I will give him until at least October. If they have a bad start, he's gone, in my opinion. I mean, Watford managed to go one full season and then obviously sack Cleverly. It's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And again, I'm just not sure with Watford. I'm just not sure with Watford at all. Another team that just seemed to be languishing in the Championship. Just another team that just seemed to be there or thereabouts. No, they didn't have it. Never going to go down last season. Never going to go down last season. But Tom Cleverley had them playing. Tom Cleverley definitely had them playing last season. And it's such a shame he left, because I think had he not left, I think you would have probably seen Watford in the top 10 potentially. But for me, just the way they're going, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I'm going to go 17th Watford. I do think it's a tough league to predict though this season. Because again, they're another side, along with QPR and Stoke. They could easily be on a bit of a trajectory. They could go up or they could go down. It's one of them for me. So yeah, I'm going 17th Watford. I think they're a good side, but I think if my memory serves me correctly, this is their 21st manager under the Pozzo regime. That's way too much. Way too much. Way too much. So, yeah, 17th Watford. Let's see what some of you are saying. Jordy laughing at Nathan. Finally. Finally we agree on something, Rennie. So Watford 17th. They sack third. Yeah, they do. They do. Oh, Rennie saying 16th. Damn you. I thought we would have had something there. QPR again have enough, but I wouldn't be surprised if they pressed the panic button on the manager. I'd like to think they give him time to build them up. Yeah, Marty Cifuentes was a good manager for them, and obviously he's at Leicester now. If you get rid of Tom Cleverley with a minus budget, where they have to sell equals no hope. Pozzo's shocking again. Yeah, absolutely. Watford got 20 points in the last 24 games. There lies the problem. Then that's why Cleverley was sacked. Then, okay, well, first things first. We'll see what happens. But no, thank you for that. 20 points in the last 24 games is not great. Not great. So yeah, I think Watford could be ones to watch potentially. Either to stay up or yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that is not good. The QPR have an Indian player. Can't think. Correct. Wow. That's shocking. That is absolutely shocking. So that's the reason why Cleverley's gone then. So, well, thank you, Hector. Appreciate that. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Watford. James is saying, I'm being bold here. I've gone Watford to go down too. All the constant manager changes will bite them on the arse big time, and the sooner they get new owners at that club, the better. Wow. I did not expect you to say that. So there we go. There we go indeed. 16th, Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, the story of John Eustace. And basically the story of Yondal Thomason last season, which I never understood that move to begin with. And he's a Sweden manager as well, Yondal Thomason. Blackburn. Another team that seemed to be, you would think they were on the trajectory tile, but then you would think that they would kind of be on the downward spiral. They're a weird team, and losing John Eustace last season wasn't great. Let's just say that. But I think they've got enough to stay up. I think they've got enough to stay up. And again, they could be another team that could sort of go on that trajectory thing for me as well. But yeah, I just think the way that you have to say for Blackburn is that they are a team that are definitely needing to go up at some point. It's been far, far too long with the Blackburn Rovers in the Premier League. It's been far, far too long. Maybe, maybe we get a shock and they may be potentially near the playoffs. Maybe we get them then. But for me, I just don't see it. I just do not see it at the moment. So I'm going 16th Blackburn. Let me know your 16th in the comments. Shane says 17th Blackburn. Excuse me. Nathan says Thomason hipster. Eustace read the owners like a boot. Ismail, great pickup for me. Yeah, Valerian Ismail. Yes. Yeah, I think he'll be a good manager for them. I think he will be a good manager for them. Blackpool are still in League One. Although I've got to say, I think Blackpool will do well this season. Shane says 16th Derby. Interesting. I'd love the Blackburn to come back up again. Any new ownership, they've got enough to be around mid-table, but they haven't got the squad yet and the consistency to go up. No, I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that for sure. 15th. Oops. Let me just get that comment off James. Sorry. 15th, I've gone for Pompey. Pompey. Yeah, look, Portsmouth had a good season last season. They were obviously the higher of the promoted clubs. Let's just say that. And I think when you look at Portsmouth, they are a really, really good side. John Mousinho is a very good manager. And I just love what they're doing at Pompey. I really, really do love what they're doing at Pompey. And I think Colby Bishop is obviously, their goal getter for goals as well. And Fratton Park, they do make that a fortress. So I think Portsmouth will have another good season. I think it's all about basically progression now for Portsmouth. If they can stay up comfortably last season, the only way is up for Pompey. And I just do not see them being in any relegation battle or anything like that. So I think it's going to be a really, really interesting season for John Mousinho. And may it continue, because Pompey are another team that were in the Premier League a long time ago, and it's been a hell of a long time since they were there. So maybe we get a surprise package. From Pompey. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. But look, it's going to be a very, very interesting season for Pompey. But yeah, from me, 15th. But they're in that sort of that middle of the pack where, again, they could potentially finish top half as well. But for me, not in any relegation trouble whatsoever. I think they've got a very good squad, and they can keep Colby Bishop firing. He can score the goals that can keep them in the league as well, and do very, very well. Great to see Pompey back in the Championship, really is. Shane, 15 Portsmouth. There we go. We agree on something. I mean Blackburn. Yeah, I know what you meant. Mousinho, a fantastic manager. Only worry for me is that midfield is as old as the Stone Age. Yes, it is. It is very old. Portsmouth should be okay. Home form will be crucial for them. Yeah. Rennie says 14 Portsmouth. So 14th. Now, I've seen loads of people say that this team will do well. This team will struggle to survive. They will survive comfortably. I'm going on the latter of the will survive comfortably. I don't think they will be there in the sort of the playoff picture, but I'm going for newly promoted, and it is fantastic to see them in the Championship. 14th, the heavy spending American owners of Wrexham Football Club. Look, whatever you say about this Wrexham story, no doubt that Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mahelany have been fantastic for Wrexham. Some of the signings that they made, they've signed Connor Cody today. I know that will please Leicester City fans because it's kind of beginning to have a feeling of maybe Connor Cody wasn't going to leave. It was always having that feeling that he might stay around. There was always a talk about Rangers as well, but he's gone. Danny Ward has gone to Wrexham as well. So they are trying to get Christian Eriksen. I don't know how sort of along those lines are. Josh Windass, I think, is a very good signing as well, and they've also got Nathan Broadhead as well to be there as well. So look, I think it will catch up with them. I do think that this league will catch up with them. But what I will say is I don't think they will be in any relegation battle. I just don't think we'll have them in sort of any sort of trouble to stay up. I think they'll stay up comfortably, but I do think that maybe the championship maybe catches up to them. I do think that this is the case. And look, what they've done, promotion from the National League, promotion from League Two, promotion from League One, 3 straight promotions is fantastic. Will they make it a 4th? I mean, imagine Wrexham in the Premier League. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? But I'm not so sure this season. I'm not so sure. And I think as well, they've kept a lot of loyalty to Phil Parkinson. They've got a lot of loyalty to Phil Parkinson. I just have a feeling if it gets tough for them, and if they are potentially down there and near relegation, then do the American owners decide enough's enough, bite the bullet, and then get like a big name, like obviously Plymouth did, but obviously Wayne Rooney, obviously Birmingham City getting Wayne Rooney as well. But I think they survive comfortably. I really do. I do think they survive comfortably, and I'm looking forward to seeing the first game of the season, Southampton Wrexham, and that is going to be a hell of a game to watch as well. Look, I think Wrexham will have a good season, but I'm just not sure that they'll cut top half yet. But surviving comfortably, 14th place. Yeah, I'm going Wrexham 14th. Let me see who you have got for 14th in the comments. Rennie says Coventry for 13th. Interesting. I will keep silent for respect of the chat. 14th Bristol City, says Shane. I agree with Wrexham. They made big moves in the market, but this is by far their toughest challenge yet, and they'll need to adapt. Yeah, absolutely. And the racecourse ground, is that what it is? The racecourse ground. They'll need to make that a fortress as well. 100% agree in your Wrexham position. Thank you, Hector. Too many new players may take them until Christmas to settle, plus manager may change. Yeah, I've got a feeling that maybe this might be the season that they get rid of potentially Parkinson, potentially. But time will tell. Time will tell whether or not the American owners are actually too loyal to him. But if it does get tough, then maybe we see a change. Maybe we do see a change. We're trying to bring in Coney as an LFC fan. Big up Douglas. I got the new shirt today, long sleeve one. Also, I heard Glasgow have closed roads for the new Spider-Man brand new day movie filming. 60 roads in Glasgow were closed, Andrew. 60. That is just crazy. Crazy. But hope you're well. Glad to hear you got the new shirt as well. How much do Wrexham have the transfer budget? To be honest, I have no idea. No idea. Maybe wait until the TV program. But yeah, for me, I think Wrexham will survive comfortably. Nathan, if you want to speak about Wrexham, then please do, my friend. Please do. Let me know your actual thoughts about about Wrexham. So yeah, one player needs to go is Daka. Interesting. So, 13th, I've gone Bristol City. Sorry, Rennie, let me get your comment off the board there. Bristol City. A team that was really, really good to try and get on into the playoffs. I thought last season, though they obviously made the playoffs, but they got absolutely gobbed by Sheffield United. Great season under Liam Manning. Obviously, Liam Manning is now gone, which he's obviously gone to Leicester. No, he's gone to Norwich. Sorry, he's gone to Norwich. It's just very, very interesting for me that again, this could be a team that maybe challenges for the playoffs. Maybe it's a team that maybe sort of stays sort of mid-table. But no, I think Bristol City are a good side. I do think that they are a good side. And it'll be interesting to see how well they do. I mean, obviously losing Liam Manning, what the tragic circumstances of what happened with him was really tragic. Obviously losing his son at a very, very young age. So I do kind of sympathise with them, but no, if they can make Ashton Gate a fortress, then they'll be a good team to watch. I just think the teams above them this season, I think, have kind of progressed ever so slightly, and I do think if you look at that, I think that's going to be very, very interesting in where they finish. But yeah, for me, going 13th Bristol City. Annie, don't be angry with me. I know, I know you'll be probably watching this, but yeah, I'm going to go 13th Bristol City. I'm going to go for them to finish in 13th. Shane says 13th Watford. Would rather than that getting home from work during the Gavin and Stacey filming last year. Oh my goodness, yeah. Wrexham 12th says Rennie. It's absolutely still mad that Deadpool runs Wrexham Football Club. It is, mate. It really, really is. Next, I want Daka to go to Wrexham. Nah, absolutely. Brizzy was a tricky one for me. Losing Manning was big in my decision. Ended up being a massive Marvel movie fan, and the fact 60 roads are closed, think they're trying to create the greatest Tom Holland Spider-Man movie ever. Well, we'll see. We will see for sure. But yeah, 13th Bristol City. 12th. Well, there'll be the highest ranked Welsh sides this season. I'm going for the Jacks. I'm going for Swansea City. Yeah. Interesting one. Let's just say that. Very, very interesting one. Another side that is like even languishing in and amongst the mid-table pack. One season they look good, one season they look bad, one season they look good again. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get with Swansea. Like, I think the one thing I will say is about Swansea, they could be another team that could potentially be challenging for the sort of the playoff hunt. Let's put it that way. I do think though that I look at Swansea and they are a good side. Don't get me wrong. Some of the signings that they are making do look very, very good. To be fair to them, but I think the one thing as well, you've obviously lost your Welsh derby. Obviously, Cardiff obviously being in League One. So I know obviously you got Wrexham to contend with as well, but I do think you are going to finish above Wrexham, to be honest with you. Because there is more experience in that Swansea side than there is in Wrexham. Make the Liberty Stadium. I don't know if it's even called that anymore. But make that a fortress. Swansea should be good. They could potentially be top half. They could potentially be top half. I mean, I put them 12th. I put them obviously at the sort of the top of the top half, if you want to put it. But yeah, they could be a team that could be fighting potentially for that that sort of that top 10 place. And maybe if they're lucky, maybe if they go on a wee run, then they could be in for the playoff push, for sure. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. But again, I think that 12th would be a good season, and again, it's all about progression for the Jacks. I know obviously Nathan's in the chat. Let me know what you think about Swansea. Let me know your 12th place in the comments. I'm going 12th place Swansea City. That's impressive. Very good to see Scotland on the map too. Shane O'Donnell says 12th West Brom. James Dunlop says Swansea no danger at all, but not going to threaten the playoff areas. No, I don't think so. I don't think so as well. I want Tom Holland as an owner as Leicester City ownership. About to horrify people here, I have them higher. In all seriousness, that transfer window was insane. Sheehan's pre-season is a concern. Yeah, I think so. Can't see Swansea pushing far too many stronger teams in the division, I feel. I think you could be right. I need to go. Bye, Rennie. Bye, Rennie. Hope you're good. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. The 12th is a good shout for Swansea. Thank you. Thank you. As well. Right. So, 12th place Swansea. 11th place. Now, they finished the season really strongly. Really, really strongly. I'm going for John Eustace's Derby County, who have just signed Rhian Brewster on a free transfer from Sheffield United. I'll be honest, there was a lot of eyebrows when John Eustace left Blackburn to go to Derby. But I think after you can see what happened, he really got them playing. I just think some of the signings, Rhian Brewster is a fantastic signing for Derby. I can honestly say this, but I do think Derby will be pushing for that top 10 place. I really, really do. Because their form at the end of the season was really good. I think they had something like 7 out of the last 8. I think they won. So they will be pushing. They'll be definitely pushing for me. And look, maybe Pride Parker, a fortress would be, very, very good. I saw a lot of, obviously, Derby, obviously due to Nat Phillips last season. He scored a couple of goals, didn't he? He scored a fair few couple of goals for Derby. So, yeah, I think they're going to be fighting for that top half finish. And I think as well, maybe an outside chance of maybe pushing. Maybe. Time will tell, but no, I think Derby County are a really, really good side under John Eustace, and it's been proven that he's gone back there, and they're definitely playing for him. And I do think that they will have a really good season, and I think maybe people have Derby higher, maybe people have Derby maybe lower, but for me, I think 11th is a very good season for Derby, and then it's all a case again, just on the trajectory. They can keep progressing, because John Eustace, as I said, had put some major eyeballs when he decided to leave Blackburn for Derby. I remember Blackburn were in the playoffs. Blackburn were in the playoffs when he decided to leave for Derby. So, yeah, I'm going 11th place Derby. Maybe they're higher. Maybe they might be higher. But for me, 11th place Derby County. So let's see what some of you are saying. Cheers, Rennie. Do you think Snoop Dogg going to play as a winger? It's amazing he's a football owner, isn't he? It's amazing he's a football owner. Shane says Wrexham 11th. There you go. No, it's too high for them in the first season, mate. Derby are massive silent assassins. When our predictions are out, I said that Eustace is the best manager in the Championship. Wowzers. If Derby get Harrison, Armstrong off us on loan again, that would make sense overall. They're in safe hands under Eustace. Yeah, I think they are. Wasn't long ago, actually, if you remember, that they were in big financial trouble, weren't they? But not anymore. Not anymore. They're doing good. I don't like the way John Eustace sets his teams up. Negative football. Yeah, it's negative but effective, isn't it? It's the way he plays football. But as I said, people were very, very surprised when he decided to leave playoff pushing Blackburn for, relegation threatened Derby, but he did well. He did well with Derby. So I think Derby could be a bit of a surprise package this season as well. Right, now we're into the teams where I'm like, they will be pushing for the playoffs, but I'm not quite going to get there just yet. And I've gone 10th place, West Brom. Now, Ryan Mason, that is a big. Yeah. Look, Ryan Mason has not got much experience as a manager. I think people remember that, when Spurs sacked Jose Mourinho, he was actually put into the firing line. He was actually put into a cup final, which was weird to say the very, very least. So could be one or two ways with West Brom. Again, they've signed Nat Phillips. So it's nice to see that sort of ex Liverpool players that did really, really well are obviously going to these Championship clubs. I think West Brom will be again. I think they will push for the playoffs. I don't think they'll be quite good enough to get into them, but they will be definitely pushing. They do it every season, don't they? They always seem to push for the playoffs. But again, Ryan Mason is a very inexperienced manager, and we'll see what he can do for sure. And again, if they make the Hawthorns a fortress, then they'll do well. They will do well. But yeah, I've got a feeling 10th, maybe a bit lower for West Brom. But I'm going to go 10th place. Let me know your 10th place in the comments. It works, but not easy to watch. Yeah, 100%. 10th, Swansea, says Shane. Good to see West Brom having a clearer, at least need a rebuild season, to be honest. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Give me a minute. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please remember to hit that like button. And also, if you are new to the Dugout Football channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button as well. And also on Twitch, if you are new to my Twitch channel, then please do consider giving me a follow on there. Because, I do more than, obviously, football streams on there. I do play a few games there as well. So we'll see. And the last one from James. I think Mason might do well at West Brom. Don't think they'll make the playoffs, but they'll be in the mix to push for them. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. So, just missing out on the playoffs. I'm going 9th place, Middlesbrough. I think the time was right when they sacked Michael Carrick. I think it got stale towards sort of December, January onwards last season. And I remember speaking to Nathan. I remember speaking to Reese. I remember speaking to Carl even as well. And I said then, I don't think Michael Carrick will be at Middlesbrough beyond the end of the next season. And obviously it's happened. He was given the sack. Now, Rob Edwards is in now. I know he is a big, big fan of... the ladies obviously are a big, big fan of him. But, like, I think the one thing I will say about Middlesbrough is every season they are definitely in the hunt for the promotion playoff. I do think that they will be in or thereabouts. I think what could be really interesting is how they do against the sort of your Ipswiches, your Southamptons, your Birmingham Cities, I think, and obviously Leicester, like teams in and around them, I think is going to be very, very interesting. But Rob Edwards is a good manager. It's a shame what happened with him at Luton. And look, what happened to him at Watford? He was one of he was sacked pretty early on, and then went into Luton, got them up. So I think if Rob Edwards can get Middlesbrough playing, then they'll be definitely in the playoff hunt for sure. But I do think maybe a season too soon for Middlesbrough. And I think maybe next season is the season you'll see them sort of getting towards that playoff. So yeah, 9th place Middlesbrough. Let me know yours in the comments. Shane says 9th Norwich. Interesting. James says Carrick did a good job there, but it probably was the right time to part ways. Rob Edwards is a great replacement. Yeah, absolutely. He really is. Borrow is very tricky. Carrick second was way too slow. Rob Edwards is worrying considering his start at Watford. It is worrying, but I think he's had a few seasons now in this league that he will know how to do it. I think, and will be interesting to see. Too big to put lower than 14th for me. Yeah, I think Middlesbrough will be absolutely fine as well. 8th place, and I almost feel sorry for predicting this side here because a couple of seasons ago they almost made the playoffs. Last season they were almost in that playoff picture as well. But I'm going 8th place, Alex Neil's Millwall. Yeah. Look, obviously Millwall have had their fair share of tragedies recently. Obviously, Berylson passing away, Matthias Sarkic passing away last season as well. They were so close to the playoffs last season. So close. There was a period in the season where I just think they kind of tailed off a little bit. I do think they kind of tailed off a little bit. And look, I think the one thing you can say about Millwall is that they're a good side under Alex Neil. Alex Neil knows this league. And again, I think they'll be pushing. I think they will be pushing for the playoffs. But I've just got them missing out again because I just think the caliber of teams that are above them, I just think are just too good for Millwall. But look, they made the Den an absolute fortress, and that will be very, very good to see. Alex Neil's a good manager. He is a very, very good manager, and he knows this league. He knows how to get the best out of players. And I just have a feeling that this might be another season that you'd be like, Millwall will just miss out again in the playoff picture. I hope not. I hope not. But imagine Millwall in the Premier League. That would be something. That would be something. But yeah, again, they're going to push. They're going to push for the playoffs, I think, and I just think they'll come up a little bit short again, which is a shame when you say it like that. But it is a shame when you say it like that. But yeah, for me, I'm going to say that Millwall just miss out yet again on those playoffs. Let me know who you've put Millwall in the comments. There you go. Shane saying 8th Millwall. Millwall 100% knocking on the door for me if Ivanovic can score again and the signing of Doherty is quality. Yeah, that's a great signing from Luton. Really, really good signing. Just liked and subscribed. Thank you very much, Hector. Thank you. Glad I came across this tonight. Will you be doing more Championship pods this season? Yes, I plan to. What you'll see, I do. What's happening is I'm going to be bringing out a Premier League podcast with Carl. He does a thing on his channel, the Totally Horn and Levy podcast. He does a championship review show I think it's every Sunday night. What I plan to do is do predictions every single week if I have the time. I really want to do it because a couple of seasons ago I did start to do it, and then I kind of got lost midway because there was so much football to do. But I do plan to do the championship, and I hope to get a more inkling to watch the highlights package on sort of ITV as well. So yes, Hector, I will be doing more Championship pods. You know, when a manager and a club just sue each other, Alex Neil has done a great job there. Won't get playoffs, but least top half. Yeah, definitely. Leeds versus Millwall in the Prem, stunning. That would be fantastic. Agreed. Think they just won't be good enough. Yeah, I agree. God, imagine Millwall at the London Stadium against West Ham. Good God Almighty, that would be ugly as hell. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. It would indeed. So, 7th place. Now, this is, again, just missing out on the playoffs. Actually, on that. All about the Championship. There you go. Absolutely, Hector. Absolutely. Top 3 prediction. Come into it. Don't worry. I'm coming to it. Shane says 7th, Middlesbrough. My 7th place, and just missing out on the playoffs, is Norwich City. Jack Wilshere. I never thought I would be saying that. But it is. We've got Jack Wilshere against Ryan Mason. 2 ex-England midfielders playing against each other. Look, Norwich have bought really, really well. The loss of Sara is a big loss. I think he was a really, really good player. But time of doing this live, they still have Josh Sargent. Now, whether or not he leaves in the rest of the window remains to be seen. But I think Norwich are definitely pushing for a playoff spot for sure. And I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see who will they do. We've obviously got Norwich Ipswich again. We've got that derby back as well, so that will be good to watch. I think Norwich will be one to watch this season. I think under that Thorpe, was it Thorpe that they had before? He obviously got sacked. I think they will be pushing for sure, and I think the one thing you could say about Norwich is that they will definitely be there or thereabouts next season. And they have bought really, really well. If they can keep Sargent, then that's absolutely huge because he does score goals for them. If they don't, if they lose Sargent, then you'd probably expect them to bring in someone to do this league for sure. But again, I just think it could be a season where you look at them and think they might just miss out. But to where they were a couple of seasons ago, sort of going down the league in sort of 11th, 12th place, I do think that they will be there or thereabouts again next season. May just miss out, but I do think that if they keep Sargent, he could be the difference maker. But yes, Sarah, big miss. Big miss for sure. So 7th place, Norwich. Let me know your 7th in the comments. I think Liam Manning will do great in Norwich. I think they'll make the playoffs. There we go, James. Strippers FC, sorry, Reese. Losing Broja Saints is a disaster. Saints. Did I say Sarah? I don't know why I said Sarah. Yes, Saints. Yeah, absolutely. Sargent, best line in the division. Great finisher. Wish he was at Cov. Interesting. So, we have made it. We have made it to the playoffs. We have made it to the playoff positions. So, 6th place. I've seen people say this team is going to get promoted. I've seen this team, people say, will be in the playoffs. And I've seen people say they may miss out on playoffs. But for me, I think you can't really not say that they will. They got rid of Vicente Reyes, the Chilean goalkeeper. Thank you, Sebastian. 6th place, Leicester City. We don't know when the points deduction is going to happen. We know there is going to be a points deduction. When they get it is another matter. They have lost a few players. Danny Ward, Connor Cody. I think Buonanotte went back to Brighton as well, so he's obviously going to be there. They've obviously got Fatawu to come in, back from injury as well. I think he could be an interesting sign. Patson Daka could be an interesting one for the Championship, and obviously losing Jamie Vardy as well. Marty Cifuentes is obviously there now as well. The one thing that's stopping me for Leicester City, though, is their ownership. Now, people will remember Vishai Sharvadapana. He was really, really good. Top, I'm not so sure he's as good as his father was. And obviously, there's still problems with John Rodkin. I mean, I've spoken to like a few Leicester City fans, and Chris from Leicester Till I Die, Brad, Neil from Beyond the 90. They're worried about their points deduction. I would be as well. I would be as well. Last season was an absolute disgrace from Leicester City. They were absolutely shocking. And it was only really for Southampton and sort of Luton to not Luton. Sorry, who came down? Ipswich. Sorry, Ipswich. There. If it wasn't for those two, they could have easily finished bottom. Because I honestly think Leicester were a disgrace last season. Having Steve Cooper and then Brennan Ruud van Nistelrooy was never ever going to work. And again, they dillied and dallied over the manager situation. They've got Marty Cifuentes because basically, I'm amazed they didn't get Danny Rowe. I think Danny Rowe would have been a fantastic manager for them. I really, really do. But again, time will tell. Time will tell how they do. They've got Asmir Begovic as a sort of an experienced goalkeeper. Will Mads Hermansen leave? There's talk about him potentially going to West Ham. So they will lose players. They will lose players. But I think it's a case of waiting to see how well they will, do with losing these players. But for me, I don't see them pushing for the automatics. I just don't. I think they will be there or thereabouts in the playoffs, where I've obviously got them to be in the playoffs. But there will be teams that will be battling with them. And how much this points deduction affects them will be another matter. So, yeah, for me, 6th place Leicester City, if I've got them too low, if I've got them too high, or if I've got them there, then please do let me know. Please do let me know, because I've seen a lot of people have different opinions about Leicester City. I really have. So, yep, I'm keeping Leicester in 6th place. Maybe too low, maybe too high. Please do let me know in the comments. Who have you got in 6th place? Shane O'Donnell says Birmingham City. Any other season, Leicester will make the playoffs. For me, with the points deduction this year, the league is too strong. Yeah, I think so. I think it is as well. I think Leicester get 4th even if they get 9 points deduction, says Hector. Interesting. Leicester, I think, will just make the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. I can see this being a roller coaster season for them. Yeah, I do as well. When Bishai was in charge, lose 6 games and you're out. I want not so much. Yeah. I agree. Also, who will get the goals for them now? Vardy's gone. Good question. Very, very good question. I mean, who could they potentially get? That's the other thing. That's the other thing. So I think Leicester will get 6th place. I'm going to go 6th place, Leicester. 5th place, I'm going Hector. Frank Lampard's Coventry City. Yes. Agonisingly lost to Sunderland. Draw. But what I will say with this is, I predicted you last season to win the playoffs. I did actually. If you go back to my video of last season, I did actually say I think that Coventry City would win the playoffs last season. Didn't quite happen. So my gut again is telling me Coventry City win the playoffs. I'm going to go for it again. I really like what Frank Lampard's done with this Coventry side. I look at the players that you still have in your side, and I just look at you as a very, very good side under Lampard. And I think Lampard needs to get his flowers for what he's done for that Coventry City side. To get them to the playoffs last season was fantastic. Obviously losing a legend like Mark Robbins when you did was sad, because that season when you were in the FA Cup semi-final was fantastic. And I just look at your squad, and for me, it should be looking to get into that playoff position, maybe even trying to fight for automatics, because I do think Coventry City are a very good side. And I look at players like Hadji Wright, who was fantastic last season and the season before that as well. Coventry City are a very, very good side, and you'll be pleased that I've put them above Leicester City, Cov fans. I know you'll be watching this and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're happy you've put us above Leicester." I'm just looking forward to seeing that derby again, Leicester Coventry. I'm just looking forward to seeing it. And obviously got Birmingham Coventry this season as well. But yeah, for me, comfortable in the playoffs, and I think you'll go one step better this season, because Lampard has that experience now to get you far. And I've got a feeling he'll get you far. And I'm going to say you're going to win the playoffs. You're going to win the playoffs. I think you will go up this season, and it will be a welcome return to see you back in the Premier League, because it has been way too long. 2001, 2002, you went down. So please do come back up. Please come back up, because it's been too long for with you guys to not be in the Premier League. So yeah, 5th place Coventry, and I'm going to go for them to win the playoffs. Cifuentes got 3rd and 7th in the league here in Sweden with Hammarby. Thank you for that. 5th, Sheffield United. Interesting. Boom. Like it and agreed. There you go. We could be 4th to 7th. You could be. I think the one thing you can say about this Coventry side is that it's very, very good on the eye under Frank Lampard. He will get you playing, and I do think you'll do well. Cov are the only team I will compare to the Cardiff team of the early 2010s. One season will seal it. Yeah, I think this season could be the season. I really, really do. Cardiff teams, I think. James says, I'm happy that Lampard went back in the Championship for manager job. Last season just showed the impact he made. This season, I think they won't be far off the automatic places. I think they'll be doing well. Still has to prove himself, but the squad is decent. We need our striker to score more. Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. Hello, Reese. What's up, folks? 100% popping in now after wrapping up my own stream. Seen Wrexham signed Connor Cody. I know. Leicester fans are absolutely delighted with that. Let me tell you that. Hi, Reese. Hey, James. I think Coventry 4th. Yeah, I've got them 5th, I think. Yeah, I've got them 5th. Going to ruin my sponsors. Going to ruin my sponsored silence. My aim is to ruin you. Now, children, play nicely. 4th place. Yeah, this is a team I never thought I would probably be predicting to finish this high from League One, but Birmingham City, I'm going for 4th place. Now, their squad, when I tell you some of the players that they have got in this team, oh my days. Tommy Doyle, Kyogo Furuhashi, Lyndon Dykes, And Chris Davis, obviously from Brendan Rodgers' assistant a couple of seasons ago at Leicester, Celtic as well. But honestly, Birmingham City, Tom Brady, again heavily backed. They are going to be a surprise package, but I think the team that they've got, getting Kyogo Furuhashi is an unbelievable signing. It is unbelievable. Ethan Laird. Like, you've obviously got the lad Stansfield as well. Paid £15 million for him in League One. Unheard of. It's absolutely unheard of. I just think they're going to be very, very good to watch. And Birmingham City against Ipswich, first game of the season. That is going to be some game to say the very, very least. And I just think the squad that they've got is just crazy, absolutely crazy for a team that Birmingham City have as well. 111 points last season was very, very good. But again, I suppose people would probably be expecting Birmingham City to win the league when you spend 15 million quid on a Fulham striker. They're going to be fun to watch. I think if you get Kyogo firing on all cylinders, he's going to be a very good signing. Ethan Laird's a great wee player as well. And yeah, Lyndon Dykes, they've got the experience of Lyndon Dykes there as well, who's obviously been QPR in this league as well. They're going to be very good to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do, and I think Birmingham City. Maybe I put them too high. Maybe I've put them. Maybe they may even be higher. Maybe they even be higher. I've seen people predict them to be potentially automatics as well. But for me, I think playoffs. I think their team is really, really good, and yeah, I'm going to go fourth place Birmingham City. I think they are in for a very, very good season for sure. Kyogo Furuhashi scoring goals for fun at Celtic didn't quite happen for him at Rennes, but coming to the Championship, I think he'll score goals, and I think he will. I'll maybe put out there, maybe he might be one of the ones to potentially look at potentially being maybe top scorer. He is a fantastic striker. So yeah, I'm going fourth place Birmingham City. Let me know where you put them in the comments. Excuse me. Insert Warnock against Chelsea meme. Fourth Coventry City playoff winner, Shane. We like that. Of course, Nathan. Kyogo's a big coup for Birmingham. It is a huge coup, especially the money they paid for him. I think it was about £10 million. I think they paid for him. Really, really good striker as well. Kyogo, Dykes, 30 goals combined this season. I think Dykes 10 to 15, Kyogo 15 to 20. They're going to be fun to watch, those two. Really, really are. The wild part is Celtic wanted him back as well. Ethan Laird and Tommy Doyle are smart moves. I think Birmingham get third, to be honest. There we go. Brom City are the exact reason why what happens off the pitch matters so much. They've been fantastic with Tom Brady. Gone are the days when you had Wayne Rooney taking charge of Birmingham. Yeah, they're going to be very, very good to watch. Hate to say it, but Brummies looking very good. They are looking really, really good, Hector. I've got to say. Some of the signings that they made, obviously, as I said, Kyogo Furuhashi is an unbelievable signing for that league. It really, really is. Kyogo's a crazy workhorse. Two workhorse strikers are important. Yeah, they will score goals for sure. Shane says Leicester City third. Interesting. I think Leicester's finished below fifth, to be honest. They are in dire strait. I think they are. I think financially they're not the best, and they've got a points deduction on the way as well. So third place, just missing out on the automatics. I have Sheffield United again. A team that Chris Wilder, look, 92 points last season. Not to go up was disappointing for them. But I think when you look at Chris Wilder, I think it was probably time for him to move on. They needed sort of fresh ideas, and Ruben Selles is an interesting appointment. Let me just put it that way. But I think Ruben Selles got sacked very harshly at Hull. I don't think he should have been sacked at all. And I think again, some of the players that they've gotten, in the team, I think they're going to be losing Kiefer Moore. I think he's potentially going to go to Wrexham, which is quite interesting. Ryan Brewster's obviously gone as well. And again, I think Sheffield United are definitely a team that will probably be definitely battling for the automatics. But I just think the two teams I've got above them are just too strong. I do think that the two teams are above them are too strong. And Ruben Sellers, this is a very interesting appointment. It will be really interesting to see how well he does because, as I said, he was sacked harshly at Hull City. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see what will happen with Sheffield United. I really, really do. And I think, again, I'm going to just go for them to miss out on the automatics. And again, I think they might be forced to basically say they might lose in the playoffs. So third place Sheffield United, just missing out on the automatics. But yeah, I think they're in for an interesting season under Ruben Sellers. It might take him time to get used to obviously Sheffield United, players as well. But I'm going to go for them to finish in third place. Let me know your third in the comments. Sheffield Strippers United to get them to get a new league. Chef Fraud United, I don't know why, still not keen on that squad. Same, I think Sheffield United will miss out on automatics again. The Weekly Steel Chair, they've taken Daniel Farker's role, probably will get Delia next too. This is the prediction I disagree with most, not 100% on Ruben. I can even see them not making the playoffs. Bold prediction, there you go. Very interesting, Hector. Very, very interesting. And I am a little bit on sort of the fence about Ruben Sellers. We'll see what he does. But yeah, it could be an interesting season for Sheffield United. Let's put it that way. Norwich are the strippers overlords. Ha ha ha. Yes, absolutely. So we're now into the automatics, but who is winning the league and who's getting second place? Well, my second place is Will Still's Southampton. I can't believe I'm saying that. Will Still. Not much older than me, let me just put it that way. I'm 33. I think he's about 33 as well. Look, whatever you say about Southampton, that season last season was an absolute disgrace for their standards. 12 points. Only one better than the Derby points record. That was a shocker. That was an absolute shocker of a season. I have never understood the reasoning getting rid of Russell Martin. Look, Russell Martin, to his credit, he got them playing in the Championship. But the one thing he was criticised for was his defending. Teams couldn't defend. You bring in a Robert De Niro lookalike in Ivan Gerbic, and honestly, he was as good as a chocolate teapot. He went before the end of last season as well, and then obviously they had Simon somebody name. Oh, I'm so bad with names, people. I'm so bad with names. Apologies. They had him to stay, sort of steady the ship at the end of the season. But there's an interesting thing about Southampton. They have kept the most of the majority of their squads. I do think, though, that they could be an interesting one. They could be a team that could be second to potentially sixth. I think they're a team that they will definitely probably meet the playoffs and the automatics. I don't think they're going to finish any further down because I think that their squad is probably more stronger than like other teams, and to be saying this least. Will still is still very inexperienced. Obviously, managed Rennes for a number of seasons, for sure. Coming into a new league, it will be interesting. But Southampton Wrexham on the first night of the season is going to be absolutely amazing to watch. And I've just got to say it. I do think that Southampton will go up. I just got a feeling that they will go up. They need to learn their lessons from that Premier League season, because that Premier League season was an absolute joke. And obviously they've lost Aaron Ramsdale to Newcastle on loan, which I don't think is too much of a loss, to be honest with you. So rebuilding season for Southampton, but for me, I just think they are a team that will get automatics. I do think that they will get automatics. But let me know your thoughts about Southampton, because again, they are another team that I've seen sort of be predicted between second to sixth. But for me, I just think they will get automatics. I think they will get automatics. But let me know your thoughts about Southampton in the comments. Second, Ipswich. Interesting, Shane. I think they will still be willing him on to glory. Oh dear. I think they do win the league if they actually get their recruitment sorted. They've had bad recruitment for so long. Yeah, they have. They absolutely have. If Southampton get the recruitment right and play still way early on, they win the championship, in my opinion. Yeah. If Walsall can get rid of the shocking style of play from Martin, they will be very good. Yep, I agree with that. Southampton are only a high pressing side with emphasis on hard work, not over the top possession, suffocating football. That's not Southampton. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Southampton getting rid of Aaron of relegation's deal is good business, even just on loan. Yeah, absolutely. Southampton do need to improve big time, and I think they will go up too. Yeah, I think they will go up. I think they'll go up as well. So we know who my champions are. My champions are Ipswich Town, and they have lost, obviously, Liam Delap. They have lost Morsey, who was obviously their captain last season. But I just look at this Ipswich side, and it's still strong. Hayden Hackney from Middlesbrough is a fantastic signing. I was amazed he didn't make any sort of Premier League side. He is that good. Ashley Young, he's another one that's obviously gone to Ipswich as well. Their squad is too strong. And keeping Kieran McKenna, I think, is absolutely massive as well, because he will get them up. He'll get them up for sure. And again, first match of the new season, Birmingham Ipswich. That is going to be some hell of a game as well to watch. Look, out of the three promoted clubs, in my honest opinion, Ipswich were the better team to watch last season, because McKenna plays some nice football. He plays some nice football. They did have a couple of beatings. Liverpool away, City at home. I think Arsenal beat them quite comfortably as well. But I think the one thing you go away with Ipswich is that they kept Kieran McKenna, and that's a very, very good sign. I think Jacob Greaves will be still a very good signing for them. He looked great in the Premier League last season. He will look good in the Championship. Still got Leif Davis, I think, on at the moment. There is obviously talk about him potentially going, but I think a lot of teams, a lot of predictors as well, will probably have Ipswich as champions, and I think they are probably the team to beat next season. I really do. I do think they are the team to beat, and yeah, I mean, the only thing that I think that may stop them is if maybe McKenna gets sort of touted for maybe more jobs, because I think I made the prediction that he was potentially maybe going to go to Brentford after obviously Thomas Frank going to Tottenham, but that sort of hasn't materialised yet. So I have a feeling that if he is touted for another job, it could derail them slightly. But for the time being, I think they've got the best squad in the Championship. I think they're looking really, really good. And with signings like Hayden Hackney, Ashley Young, getting that experience in there, I think Ipswich will win the Championship. I really, really do. I'm going to go Ipswich to win the Championship. Let me know who you think will win the Championship in the comments section down below. Apparently, Rebo is leaving as well. There you go there, Shane. Shane says, first Southampton, big fan of Wolves still. Yeah. Coin flip between Southampton and Ipswich for first, two good teams. Yeah, I agree, Hector. I absolutely agree. Aside from Delap, that squad is insane. The fact they kept McKenna is crazy. Yeah, I think they're going to win the championship, I would say. Keeping the manager, the smart decision by Ipswich. The top two, I agree. It's those two, but it will be so close. Experience is key. Consistency is key. Yeah, absolutely. Oops, daisy. Absolutely. The only side that took it serious, which annoyed me, they got relegated. I was really sad when they got relegated. I really was. I think they'll be fun to watch again next season for sure. Ipswich squad wise are a better outfit than the other teams that went down. Keeping McKenna was a no brainer. Yeah, absolutely. I seen people say his managerial stature went down, but not for me. Not for me as well. Definitely not. If they win the championship, they must spend big on Premier League quality players. Same with Southampton if they get promoted. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Guys, thank you very much for watching my predictions. As I said, I am still sort of learning, learning obviously more about the championship. But thank you very much for watching. Please do leave your predictions down in the comments. And as I said during the show, there will be predictions videos for the championship. I am going to try and bring them back, so don't worry as well. But no, thank you very much for watching. And as I said, please do let me know your first, second, and obviously playoffs as well. Let me know who you think get relegated as well. And as I say, as we all say, this is only my opinion. Only my opinion as well. And thank you to the new subscribers as well. I really appreciate you all coming out for that as well. Keep an eye on the community tab because I will be doing it's like a schedule, sort of what's happening, because obviously this week we've been gearing up to the start of the Scottish Premiership season. We're obviously gearing up for the start of the Championship season as well. So, and obviously next week is obviously gearing up for the return of the Premier League as well. So probably expect Premier League predictions at some point as well. Don't know if it will be live, but we can wait and see. We'll wait and see. But before I go, let me see what you guys are saying. Great stream, thank you very much. Glad you were live as I got to watch Big Man top stream again. Thank you very much. Great stream, lads. Thank you, Nathan. Cheers, Douglas. Great predictions. Some really good shouts. Take care, mate. You too. Cheers, Hector. Thank you very much for watching and thank you for subscribing. You can schedule me for more shows. Absolutely. Remember, it's all about the championship. Well, there's going to be one big playlist. I'm going to say it. There'll be one big playlist of English football content. I've got one for Scottish football content. Keep an eye on the community tab. Keep an eye on obviously. Get your notifications on. That's the most important thing. Get your notifications on. And we'll do it as well. Nice to see, obviously, Hector, Coventry City fan, in here as well. Am I getting a new Liverpool kit? That's for another video for sure. I will be getting at some point as well, but not in the anytime future as well. But that's all from me. Thank you for watching. And as I said, there will be more prediction videos coming very, very soon. And keep an eye out on the community tab as I will be posting a reschedule next week. And thank you to everyone who's watched on Twitch as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for watching. Cheers.